to the moon.
I think we're live. Hey, everybody, I'm Shane. I'm here with Sundance Head.
Hello, everybody.
There's actually
I'm going to interview Shane real quick.
there's actually people in here. I don't usually do this with people. Makes me a little nervous. So y'all be nice. So I usually start these interviews off talking about the artist and the history with us, and you are second time?
Second time at the Duck. Second time.
Well, we loved it.
I love the Duck.
Let's do it again.
I love it here, man. Actually, we don't play anywhere in Houston, so I would like to try to make this our little hub, you know.
So you played nowhere else in Houston? Or?
No, that's it, man. This is it, man.
Really? Well, thanks for
Yeah.
choosing us, or did we
Sure,
choose
man.
you?
Well, it was y'all, but now we're exclusive.
Exclusivity. So I'm going to get into these questions. You ready?
Okay.
What was the first record you bought with your own hard-earned money?
Really? I think the first record I bought with my own money was, I think, Pink by Aerosmith.
Aerosmith. That's a good one.
That's Pink. It was like the big hit. I don't know. It was probably 90.
Oh, I remember
3 or something.
very clearly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one because I've had people that bought the third Smash Mouth record.
Oh yeah,
Was their
I'd never
first
owned a
one.
Smash Mouth record.
Well, I didn't know they made 3 records.
Me
so,
neither.
So you're ahead of the game.
Yeah.
What was it? This might be a hard one for you, considering your dad was pretty famous. But what's the first show you remember going to? What was the first show like you, not kind of associated, one you wanted to go to?
For me, it was Willie Nelson Farm Aid.
Okay.
My dad used to play Willie Nelson Farm Aid.
Every year.
He was in the rotation with them, and so in the '80s we'd go and hang out there, and I always thought that was really awesome.
Okay. For those who don't know, Roy Head was your father.
Yep.
The
Roy
Elvis,
Head.
the Elvis of the Gulf Coast.
That's right. White,
what they call
blue-eyed soul shouter, they said.
So, who was the first artist you put on a pedestal?
First artist on a pedestal, probably Patsy Cline,
Okay.
and then probably Pavarotti after that.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
I used to sit in my bedroom and practice singing Pavarotti style.
Okay.
I could be an opera singer, but I don't understand the language.
So that's kind of how you developed your.
That's how I hold
Your-
them notes out real long
Right.
and get the vibrato. I used to sit
Okay.
in my room and just practice that all the time.
Nice. Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So you're on a deserted island.
Huh?
You get 3 records. No greatest hits.
Okay.
Which 3 records are you taking?
Dude,
with
this
you?
is easy for me. Record number 1 is Tom Petty, Wildflowers.
Okay.
By far. There's no skips on that. The second record is a Black Crowes live record that they did called Beyond the Frost.
Guess I'll let a live record, even though it's kind of a greatest hits.
Oh,
record.
okay,
But
all
okay.
right.
We'll let it go.
Okay. I think the White Album, Beatles.
Oh wow. Okay.
Can go that every day.
Yep.
And then what would be Sheryl Crow, Tuesday night
All right.
or Tuesday morning, whatever the name of that record is. All I want to do is have some fun.
I know the
Got
song.
that badass song "Run Baby Run" on it, which has
Okay.
never went to radio, but it's like a freaking phenomenal song.
Okay. Nice.
I also like Grace Potter, that song "Stars," that record. Yeah, I'm into that.
Apparently they like it too.
We got some Grace Potter fans in the house.
So did you ever have an aha moment about this is what you were going to do with your
Man,
your life?
Yeah, it was probably about 19 months ago. I was really going through life, really just kind of coasting. I didn't have a plan, and COVID hit and really allowed me the opportunity to take a look at things around me. And I was not paying attention to business. I wasn't. I was drinking too much. I got up to 387 pounds. I was drinking 30-pack every day, man. I was really unhappy, and my mom was gonna die, and she was in hospice at my house. And I went in to see her one night. It was July 31st, 2022, and I walked in there, and she said, "You come and see me every day, and I really appreciate that." You know, she said, "You know, I'm laying here dying," and she said, "I think you're the one that's dying." And she proceeded to tell me some things that I needed to hear from only her. So she before she died, man, she gave me life on earth twice, and she really saved my life. And Now I honor her every day by staying sober and keeping my promise to her. And everything in my life has really gotten better. And now I'm focused on the music, and we're out here trying to rebrand and playing badass places like the Duck.
Well, thank you. We love you playing here. So
Thank you, man.
we'll do it again soon.
And I'm a svelte 249 pounds right now.
That's amazing.
I know, man. I get better looking every day. I tell my wife every day.
I tell my mirror that every day.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
It doesn't answer me. It's good. So I'm going to follow up that serious note with, do you have any guilty pleasures?
Well, I got a lot of guilty pleasures.
Like music? I mean, musically maybe. Like Olivia Rodrigo is my guilty music pleasure.
Musically. Well, you're talking about Wham. I love Wham.
What's wrong with Wham?
I like Wham, dude. What else? What would be my guilty pleasure?
I mean, it could be anything you want.
I mean, I like Bronski Beat. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, they were amazing.
Yeah.
I was just having a conversation with a friend earlier about how all that kind of stuff, when it came out, I disliked, but later on I've developed kind of a taste for it, if you will.
Yeah, man, I used to really be into like I was into like the grunge, all those bands from like the early 90s.
Soundgarden's my favorite band.
That was when I was
ever.
like 13, 14, so that really it impacted me, Changed my life.
I still love that stuff.
Yeah.
So what are we watching these days? What are we Netflix and Hulu and you got any shows for us?
Man, I don't really watch TV.
We're one of those, huh?
I pretty much at this point I like to watch. Well, I did like to watch the History Channel, but now it's not even that anymore. I don't know what they do now, but
yeah.
So I mean, I'm kind of into. I'm fire sticking in the hotels.
Okay.
I just watched a badass movie called Gentleman Bronco. I don't know if y'all have seen this or not, but it's insane. If you get the chance to watch Gentleman Bronco, do it.
For the tens of people that are watching this interview.
For the tens of people, watch this.
My mom and dad. Mom, dad, Gentleman's Bronco. Nah, there's more than that, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So in this interview, I'm going to give you some options. I'm going to give you two bands. You tell me your preference.
Trailer Park Boys. I've been watching Trailer Park Boys.
That's a fantastic show. Yeah, I love that show. I'm going to give you two bands.
Okay.
You tell me which one you like better. Just because you say one doesn't mean you're throwing shade on the other. It's just a preference.
All right.
First one's Universal, Beatles or Stones?
Stones.
Dolly or Aretha?
Aretha.
All right. Elvis or Roy Head?
Definitely Elvis. My dad was a badass, but come on.
Well, the original question is Willie or Sinatra. I mean, Elvis or Sinatra.
Elvis or Sinatra? Sinatra for sure.
Okay.
Sinatra would kick Elvis's ass.
That's I asked this question to everybody, and Sinatra's like slaughtering.
Old blue eyes.
He's slaughtering it. Willie or Johnny?
Man, Willie Nelson is one of the guys I'd like to actually just sit down and talk to I'd like to spend some time with him. Or Johnny who?
Cash.
Johnny Cash? Well, Willie, because Johnny's dead, man.
Wait. Well, the next one, you're in trouble on the next one then, Michael Jackson or Prince.
Oh, man. You guys are out there fighting about shoe size. Man, Michael Jackson, Prince. Man, I have to say Michael Jackson, dude.
Thank you.
I've been listening to Off the Wall.
Yeah.
That whole record from front to back's badass.
I've been trying to convince people that that answer is Michael Jackson.
I just heard a thing about Prince and firing his front of the house guys. Like that's what he was iconic for.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like when he would tour, they would have they would pay a front of house guy to run, but they would always have at least two on tour in the same city, like at a hotel, just waiting for Prince to fire one of those guys.
Well, I mean, Michael Jackson was a sweetheart.
Yeah.
Lady Gaga or Madonna?
Definitely Lady Gaga.
I like how you got people feeding.
Yeah. Well, definitely Lady Gaga, man.
Metallica or Sabbath?
Definitely Metallica.
Thank you. You got that one right, too. I mean, there's no wrong answer, but you got that one right.
Yeah. I like Sabbath with Dio also.
Oh, yeah, the Heaven and Hell record is one of their better ones.
The Mob Rules, awesome song.
Yeah. So this one can get you in trouble because you're gonna diss somebody, Beyonce or Taylor.
Swift?
Yeah. You want to get in trouble with the Beehive or the Swifties? You decide.
Man, I don't know. I guess if I have to choose, what do I get out of this?
A pat on the back? I don't know.
I mean, well,
I'll give you another Coke Zero.
I guess Beyonce then.
You don't
they're
have to
from
answer.
Houston.
Yeah. Do you? Never mind. We won't go any farther. I got one more for you. John Prine or Bob Dylan?
Oh, dude, that's easy. John Prine.
Everybody says Prine. Nobody.
That's easy.
Why does
man.
everybody hate Dylan so much?
Oh, nobody. We don't hate Bob Dylan, you know.
It's just not John Prine.
My son's 10 and he's into music real big time and everything. He loves music and he doesn't understand. He's like, Dad, I heard Bob Dylan's records. He sounds fine, and then he's on records where it's like everything goes down. You know, he's like, he don't understand. I said, son, he got in a car wreck, a motorcycle accident, and that's what happened. He got in a motorcycle wreck and it did something to his vocal cords.
Bob Dylan did?
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah, man, like that wreck. Yeah, like so. Look, Bob Dylan was like one of the number one entertainers in the world.
Of course.
He played Woodstock and disappeared for like 2 years. Didn't play any shows. Nobody knew where he was. He had rented a house outside of Woodstock, and he finally told his friends where he was. Well, actually, that's where he had the wreck, man. He laid his bike down in front of this house, and he got up off the street where his bike was laid down and knocked on this door for some help. And somehow he ended up living in this house for 2 years.
Was it like Misery? Was it Kathy Bates?
No, it's a really remarkable story, man. So the label, no one could find this dude. They didn't know where he was. He had shows on the books he wasn't going to.
Yeah.
And he was in that house. He eventually called his band down, the band, to come to that home, and then they ended up recording something like 100 different songs in the basement of that house. Out of those 100 songs, like literally over 60 of them were number ones for somebody else.
Really?
Yeah. Hell yeah, it's crazy, man.
I've never heard that.
They just made a tribute record called Little Pink House, I think, is the name of the record.
I'll have to check it out.
All my facts are probably bullshit, by the way. Probably none of that's true.
I'd never heard it, but what do I know, really?
Well, if you heard it from me, I would go research it.
That should be a T-shirt. Well, that's all I really got for you. Thank you,
That's
Sundance,
it?
for sitting with me. Yeah.
All right, man. Well,
That's
everybody
cool.
have a good night. Now I have to drive home. I live 22 minutes from here.